Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kate. If you're new here, I like to talk about luxury handbags, shoes, accessories, all sorts of stuff like that. So if you're into that kind of thing, feel free to subscribe and join our little luxury family that we have here. We'd love to have you. I figured I'd do a video since this whole de-influencing thing is pretty popular right now. I've been seeing it everywhere, basically where influencers are like, I would say like taking away the magic of items that you see people pushing on a daily basis or that you see constantly on social media. They're kind of like taking away the magic of them and explaining why you don't actually need these items. And I have the perfect item to talk about when it comes to this topic, and that is the beautiful, gorgeous, lovely Birkin 25. I'm going to start this with a little disclaimer because I don't want anyone to think that I am even close to getting rid of this bag or that I'm going to sell it or that, that I don't have plans to keep it long term. I actually really do. I actually really love this bag too, but I think that as a whole, the Birkin 25 is overrated. And I'm going to get into all about why. I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of the bag and just kind of like, I want to have like a reality check. Because this applies to not only the Birkin 25, it applies to like the Birkin in general, it applies to the Kelly, it applies to Chanel, it applies to all of these like high-end designer luxury bags, like and lots of other things too. I think it's important to talk about this because sometimes when you get caught up in the luxury community, like it's like your brain just doesn't, it doesn't take in reality properly anymore. So I want to talk about it. I'm almost out. I should have got a drink before this. Oh well, that's okay, I'll be fine. So if you are involved in the luxury community, or if you follow any influencers that are in the luxury community, or even if you're just on Instagram or TikTok in general, you probably come across the Birkin 25 quite a few times on your timeline. I know that I see it constantly, which makes sense because I follow a lot of like luxury influencers or people who are just into bags. So I see it all the time. I also see it on the Explore page all the time. I see it on my For You page on TikTok all the time. I'm constantly seeing this bag over and over again, among some other really popular bags, but this one specifically I think is important to talk about. I think another bag that is in the same boat as this, and where all of the things I'm going to say are going to apply to this other bag too, is the Mini Kelly, because that one is just all over social media. Like, I see a Mini Kelly every single day, and if I were to just think about it and be like, how many people do I think have a Mini Kelly? Like, what percentage? I would say like 50%, like just based on like what I see online, and that is absolutely not the case. So that is why I feel it's really important to talk about these things. One of the things that sparked this video was that I was watching a video from this YouTuber named Lucy Benson. Lucy made this video about things that social media has normalized for us in these recent times, and it just really hit home with me because a few of the things that she talks about in that video are like how it normalizes like a certain level of success, it normalizes certain body type that you see all the time, and it leads to people having a lot of insecurities, feeling like they're not doing enough or like they're not good enough or they don't look good enough. Whatever the case is, I think that like seeing people constantly have these things like makes it seem like it's normal. I think that acting like this is normal is not healthy. I think it's really important just to think about a few things when we see these things on social media. So like when we see the Mini Kelly, or we see bags like the Birkin, or like whichever size, like it doesn't necessarily have to be the 25. When we see everybody having like Birkins, Kellys, Chanel bags, even though these prices keep going up and up and up and the resale prices are extremely high, like we have to keep in mind that this is not like what everyone does. It's not, it's what a certain like select amount of people do. It's either people who just like have a ton of money and are able to spend whatever they want, or it's people who really love handbags or are really into bags and they're spending money on it because they choose to have that go toward their hobby. That's like me, like that's my hobby, is handbags. It's what makes me happy. It's what I like to spend money on. So there's like this like small like portion of people who actually care about this stuff. And then there's this whole group of people who would never spend this much money on a handbag, even if they had all the money in the world. So I think that it's really important just to keep that in mind when you're looking at these things. The other thing is, and shout out to the fake Birkin slayer for this one, a lot of what you see on social media is not real. And of course we know this, like logically we know that not everything that we see is real. But I feel like as you are just scrolling and you're taking these things like into your brain, like you're not actively thinking about the fact that like, hey, this might not be real, this might not be real. And you definitely don't get to see like, oh, this isn't real. I think that's actually why I like that fake Birkin Slayer account, is because it just brings to reality like how many people there are that are showing a lifestyle or that are showing like items that are just not genuine. It's not like the way that they really live, or the items that they have aren't really what you think that they are. So I really think that just looking at social media, like you have to stay conscious of the fact that you need to make your own decisions, and you need to have in mind that like you want to have things because you want them, not because you feel like everybody else has them. Also, I know that I'm a person that shares my handbag collection online. I talk about handbags online. I show my bags all the time. And I think that that's why it's important for me to talk about it from this perspective too, because there's no handbag in the world that's going to make you happy if you're not happy. There's no bag that's going to be able to fix your problems. There's no bag that's really going to just change your life and make a whole 360. What is it, 180 or 360? You know what I mean. There's no bag that's going to just turn your life around just because you have it. And at the end of the day, it's really not that deep. And I just want to add some reality back to these things. And just starting with the Birkin 25. So I want to go through some pros and cons of this bag. So I'm going to start with, let's start with the cons, because I feel like we should just roast this bag and then lift it back up, or break it down and then we'll build it back up again at the end. So first of all, with this bag, the handle. The handle is very small. I would not say that I have, I would say that I have like relatively skinny arms, and sometimes I struggle with this. Usually I wear an Apple Watch Ultra. The Apple Watch Ultra is giant, and I wear it on my left hand. I carry my bags on my left hand, so that means that every time I put my arm in, I'm gonna get stuck on my watch. I don't really wear other jewelry that often, but anything that you wear on the arm that you carry your bag on is gonna get caught at some point on here. If you're wearing like a sweater or a jacket and you want to put this on the crook of your arm, even if you have skinny arms, like, it's not happening. I can barely get it up there. Like, I can't do it. Today I can't do it. The other day I did it and it got stuck, and I can't do it today. So it's really just not convenient. Another con, the price, obviously. So if you're able to get one of these from the Hermes store directly, then more power to you. Shout out to you, because you got it. You don't even need to listen to this. Like, this doesn't pertain to you. But if you are buying pre-loved, or if you're even buying something that is like brand new from a reseller and it's like fresh in the box, everything applies to both of those things. So as most of us know, the bag can go for like twice as much as what it costs in the store. Maybe more if it's a special color or like a special combination with the hardware and the leather, and you know, it can really depend on a number of things. But we know that this bag tends to go for a lot more than what it is in the store. I actually got a really good price on this one. I did pay above retail, but I did not pay like a ton above retail. I paid about like 20% over retail, which is good on a bag like this, but keep in mind that this bag is used. This is not a brand new bag. I paid 20% over what the retail costs, a little bit more than 20% on it, probably like 25% more than what the retail costs, and the bag is not brand new. Like, isn't that kind of ridiculous? Like, it's kind of ridiculous. All of it's ridiculous for a little piece of leather. Like, that's it. It's real tiny too. It's super tiny in person. I feel like you cannot understand how tiny it is, like, when it's on camera, because it looks like, to me, it looks like a 30 in the viewfinder right now. But it is very tiny in person. I feel like this bag fits a decent amount, but when you start to fill it up, like, I have some stuff in here right now. This is because I used this yesterday. I have like just my Louis Vuitton wallet, I have my inhaler, and like a couple other things in there. There's not a ton of stuff in here, but if I fill it up any higher than this, then you start to see this stuff out of the top of the bag from like certain angles, and I don't know why that bothers me, but I don't really like it. Like, so I think that this is like the max of like where I would fill it, and I can still see my wallet, so I'm gonna tuck it in some more. There we go. So I think this is the max of what I would fill it. Like, it's pretty small. So if you carry anything that's like actually important, like, you know, it's not, shouldn't have enough space for that. Also, another con is the lack of security that I feel like this bag has, because the thing is, if I'm carrying something that's like a Kelly, or I'm carrying something that has a strap on it, like a crossbody bag, or if I'm carrying even like a shoulder bag, I'll tend to keep it on my shoulder. This bag, I'm not going to hold in my hand the entire time that I'm doing every single thing that I do. And if I'm like at a restaurant or something, then I'm going to sit in the chair with me or sit in the chair next to me. And if I'm, you know, there's opportunity to put it down, and it's just open. It's just wide open. Like, anybody can see into your bag, and like, I just think that the whole security aspect is just not there. Honestly, I think that this is the biggest con. I'm not even joking. Okay, the price is the biggest con, first of all. But this is close. This is up there. When I go to a public restroom and I have to go wash my hands and there's no counter, like, and it's just the sink and there's like no counter next to it, just sink bowl, I have to put the bag like in between my knees. I hold it between my knees, like, because what am I supposed to do? Like, if I hold it on my wrist and I wash my hands, I splash water on the bag, splash soap and water on the bag. I don't want that. I hold it between my knees. I'm out here struggling with a bag that is this expensive. Like, why do I have to struggle so hard to carry it? Obviously that's not that big of a deal, but it is kind of annoying. The last con that I want to talk about is the fact that it's like, I like to consider this a timeless trend. And what I mean by that is like, it's gonna always be something that you can carry. It is a Birkin at the end of the day. It's beautiful, it's a gorgeous bag, but in this size, the size is the part that's trendy right now. I mean, like the trend, like what, like 10 years ago was to have a Birkin 35. The big bags were in style. Big bags are starting to come back now, although I don't think it's going to be as big as it was before. So just something to keep in mind. I don't think that that's a deal breaker or anything, but like something just to keep in mind is that you see it a ton now. What happens if a year from now, 2 years from now, you're not seeing it a ton on social media, you don't feel like it's special anymore, like, and then the price has gone down resale. So just something to keep in mind. Okay, it's time to talk about some pros. Let's talk about the happy stuff about this bag and the things that I love and the reason that I have it and the reason that it's not going anywhere. First of all, it is absolutely adorable. It's so cute and I feel so special when I wear it. I just feel so cute. It makes my outfits look so bomb. Like, it doesn't matter what I wear. This adds like a little edgy, like trendiness to it. I tend to wear like simple outfits, like all black. I have just a plain black dress today. This is like typically what I'll wear, like something like that, or athleisure. Doesn't matter what I wear. I put this with it. It automatically looks super cute, super trendy, like a little bit like edgy. I love it. This adds to an outfit so well. Plus, I love the color. This color is just beautiful. And some of the bright colors in the 25 I just think look absolutely amazing. Another pro is that I think that this looks a lot younger than a lot of Hermes bags. I feel like when you carry some Hermes bags, they tend to be, they look like grandma bags. And I say that all the time. I will admit that. I think they look like grandma bags sometimes. But this one, this is not a grandma bag and you know it. Like this is a bag that makes, I feel like it makes your outfits look younger. I feel like since it is trendy, like that's also kind of a pro. Like it's a pro that it's trendy. Like it looks great. It looks younger. Like it's really, really just the look of it. I'm obsessed with. And then the last pro is obviously the quality. The quality of this bag is just amazing. It's Hermes. We already know that. It's just really well made and you don't have to worry about it. Like that's the thing that I like. Obviously, like I don't just like throw the bag around because it's an expensive bag, but like I don't have to worry about being like, oh, like stitching's gonna come off the handle or anything like that. It's not Chanel. Like let me stop hating on Chanel because I still love Chanel, but like, you know, she's got some quality issues. I will say that I love this bag so much that even if it didn't carry anything at all, I would still love it. I would still carry it. It doesn't matter for the functionality of this bag just because I really like it. I plan to keep it in my collection for a very long time, if not forever. So it's really special to me. I love having this. I sold multiple bags to get this bag and I think that it's honestly really worth it to me. I still wouldn't pay double retail though. In conclusion, this is an absolutely gorgeous bag, but it did not change my life in any way. It's beautiful and I like having it and I think it's fun to wear it, but outside of it being fun, like it's not a life changer. It's not something that you need, especially if you already have other Birkins. Like if you have a 30 and you're like, oh, but I keep seeing the 25 everywhere. It's so cute. If you really want it, then do it. But if it's just because you see it all the time, I don't think it's worth it. I personally don't feel like it's worth it. Now, if you're like, okay, I understand all these things, I hear you, but I still want the bag, then that's when I want you to consider a few more things. If you can't buy it in store, I would consider waiting until you get a good deal on the pre-loved market. The prices on the pre-loved market just in general have been going down lately, so I think that the longer that you're able to hold off and wait, the better, because you might be able to get a good price, especially probably closer toward the end of the year, middle of the year. I would say just wait a little bit, just keep looking. And then when you see one that's a really good price, then snap it up. But if you have some patience, I think that it can get you a long way with this. Also, if you've never tried one on in person, I would suggest going to like the Real or Fashion File if you have one near you, or like a local consignment shop if they have any near you, and try it on. Or find a bag that is a similar size from a different luxury brand or a different brand in general and try that on, because I think that you really need to feel the size in person. It's just, I don't think I could have mentally prepared myself for how small it is. Like I like that it's small. I think it's super cute, but the thing is that I didn't picture it being this tiny. I actually went to the Real the other day and I was looking at a Birkin 25 in the case. Like I wasn't buying anything, but like I was looking at this Birkin 25 that they had in like this glass case, and it looked so much smaller than mine. And I was like, I'm carrying it right now. I can see the two of them, but they look two different sizes. So I feel like just knowing what it feels like on you is so important, because size can be so deceiving. Seeing it on other people, seeing it at a distance, like whatever it is, like it can be deceiving. So I think that you should definitely try it on if you have the chance to. I'd say to possibly consider the Kelly 25. And the reason that I feel this way is because I think that in the long term, it's something that is going to be a more practical option. Now, obviously the small bags are super trendy right now, so the Birkin 25 is extremely, extremely cute. It's perfect right now, but so is the Kelly 25. The Kelly 25 gives the same cute effect, but it's got a strap and you can fit your arm through the handle. And I think that that is the main plus of the Kelly 25. And the Kelly 25s, I've been seeing them for like a lot higher than the Birkin 25. So I think that we are making that transition of people thinking that like the Kelly 25 might be a little bit of a better option. Obviously go with what you love, but like just think about it. Last but not least, I think that having a holy grail bag, or like thinking about a holy grail bag, or like looking for a holy grail bag, can be a lot of fun. Like that is part of having fun with handbags. Like, so I don't want to be like, oh no, having a holy grail bag isn't worth it. If this is your holy grail bag, just don't buy it. Like, no, that's not the point that I'm trying to get to. I just want to make sure that we all keep in mind to just want things that we genuinely want, not just because we see them all the time. And nothing is worth stressing over. So if it's fun for you to find a holy grail bag, then great, that's the point. If it's not fun for you and you're stressing out about it and you're worried about being offered a bag, or you're worrying about like paying double the retail for a bag, then that's not the fun. It's not fun anymore. Like the whole point of being into handbags was for fun. Like that's what they do for us. They make us happy. And if you're not happy, then like the game's not working. I'm really happy to be doing this video, and I really hope that you all find that it's helpful, or at least that it was entertaining. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this one. Also, if you have ideas for videos that you want me to do, feel free to let me know in the comments. I am happy to try to do them. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!